What's up, everybody? This video right here is gonna have a lot of people pissed off because this video right here is from a pastor and everything, and it's from a black pastor. He's about to really shake up something right here and everything, because I know a lot of people like to right here and everything right there. Here we go. This right here is gonna expose a lot of truth right here, because to be honest, they've been using this slave this, slave that card for too damn long, and it's getting out of hand. And also, here we go. This maybe get a lot of people pissed off, but who cry about it, who cares?
Off, just a little bit off from the beaten path of the new alignment that we're on, but I saw this and I was like, wait, I wanna do this video where Dr. Manning, I see him sometimes pop on TikTok. I watch several of his videos. He said that black people make good slaves. Do you know how many black people get stirred up by hearing that comment? And he made this 16 years ago. This content. He talked like this to today, but he made this 16 years ago. And listen to this. Listen, tell me, give me your thoughts. Look at black people. You look at the African American people. What you will see are a people that, of all the people on the planet, have been the easiest people in time and antiquity to enslave. Nobody, no other people, while there have been enslavement, there have been nation capturing nations. When America came here and took this nation from the American Indians, Navajo, the Arapaho, the Cherokee, the Blackfoot, all of that, America could not enslave the Indians. They wouldn't do it. They would not be slaves. They would not serve the purpose of slavery. Not even indentured servants. They wouldn't do it. The American Indians would not. It's been tried in France. It's been tried in India with the class system. It's been tried with peoples all over. Russia has tried it. Nobody has made a good a slave as black people. That's crazy. The ones on the dark continent of Africa. Of course, they don't call it that anymore. Nobody has been a good a slave as black people. Now, I'm not saying this because I dislike black people. I live in a black skin. I live under, well, I suppose culturally people will identify me as an African American, and I live in a black skin. The name that I have, James Manning, comes from the Irish that lived in South Carolina that gave liberty to my father and my mother. But I live in a black skin. I'm not saying the things about black people because I would want to hurt or harm them or not identify with them. I'm saying it because it's historically true. Search the records. When the Jews went into Egypt to be slaves, the living quarters, were not the same as were down in the quarters of the slaves in America. There was no intermingling of Pharaoh and his army and his people with the Jewish people. The Jews remained pure-blooded Jews. There was no mixture. There was no miscegenation. And there was equity. There were more of servants. Black Hebrew Israelites. You don't know what they're talking about. That they were slaves. And even the boy Moses was found by Pharaoh's daughter floating down the Nile River. She picked him up. Though he was the son of a slave, she picked him up, brought him to Pharaoh's court, and Pharaoh kept him and treated him like it was his own son. Nobody on the planet Earth has ever been as willing a slave as the so-called black man, so-called African American man. Nobody. Nobody has ever been. And the reason why the black man has served as a good slave, has made a good slave, is because of his mentality. Now my job is to wake him up. My job is to bring ignoring the stark truth that has caused him to behave the way he behaves, live the way he lives, kill and cut and lie and cheat and be dependent, and fail to recognize his rightful place before God, his opportunity and strength and responsibility. My job is to clean all that up, tear all that up, and make him a man, because he's not a man now. Jesse Jackson is not a man.
No.
Al Sharpton is not a man.
No.
Black leaders, T.D. Jakes is not a man. Barack Hussein Obama is not a man. They're slaves. They still have the slave mentality. Louis Farrakhan is not a man. They're slaves. They're still slaves. They have not yet, if they were men, then black people would not be living, doing, killing, living at the bottom of the world's social register, have died out. Whether it was in 1965, there were 40 million blacks, Afro-Americans, or Negroes in America. Now they're only 30 million. 10 million have died. 2 million are in prison because black people have not become men and women yet. They're still slaves. And the very fact that they follow people like Barack Hussein Obama, and you can't show them the truth, that's how they became slaves in the first place. The witch doctors in Africa sold them to the white man. And they refuse to acknowledge it to this very day. Black people still tell that Kunti Kinte lie, that white people came and threw a net on them and caught them one by one in the jungle and put 5,000 of them on the ship at one time. It didn't happen that way. It's a lie that black people fail to recognize.
Well, yes. Don't
Because a
accept
slave
it.
never looks at the truth.
Ooh, so true.
They sold.
And no, he was absolutely right. And that would mean that we would have to accept accountability that we put ourselves in oppression. And black people, it's not some of the ones that walk around today, don't want to accept accountability of that. They need it to be the white man's problem, so that now we can live outside of ourselves because somebody else's fault.
Oh, the Jesse Jacksons, the Al Sharptons, the Barack Hussein Obamas sold black babies into slavery. The white slave traders off the west coast of Africa, but to this very day, black people won't acknowledge it. To this very day, black people will not realize they've not built anything. All of their cities are ghettos.
Sad but true.
Filled with crime, laden with darkness and filth when it doesn't have to be that way. Black people could be cleaner, safer, more loyal, more integral. They can be. They don't want to be. They don't want to be.
Right.
They don't want to be. They enjoy being dependent. They enjoy the lies of the Democratic Party that keeps them dependent. They enjoy hearing somebody say, we'll build a house for you. You don't have to build your own. We'll build a school for you. You don't have to build your own. It's in their hearts. It's a curse. Now, I spoke some time ago about the curse being removed. The curse of Ham, Canaan. I know y'all don't like it. The black people don't like it, but it's in the Bible. Then throw all the Bible away there. You can't just tear out Genesis chapter 9, verse 25. Throw all the Bible out. And for you Israelites out there running around talking about the black man is the Jew, stop that lie.
Let's go. Let's go.
Because it's not true. The black man is not the Jew. The Jew is the Jew.
Right.
The Jew is the Jew, and the black man is the black man. We don't have to still pretend to be Jews in order to be blessed of God. God is our Father.
Come
Yes.
The Lord God Almighty. We don't
That's
have to
right.
be Muslims. We don't have to turn to Islam and call all white people devils in order to have the favor of God. God is our Father, and it needs to be told, and it needs to be told now. All these groups growing up, white people are the devils, and the Jews, the real Jews, are the black people. All this confusion.
Did you know, and on the side note, don't take the easy guess, but do you know what race started the Nation of Islam?
Don't take the easy guess. Blacks.
A white man started the Nation of Islam. His name was, it was William Farad whole time the Nation of Islam would be like the white man this and the white man that, but then your founder and of your organization was white.
Right.
Look it up.
This is insane.
All this prosperity, talking in tongues, blasphemy, Pentecostal, Baptist, Methodist foolishness.
Ooh.
Al Sharpton is not a man, he's a slave. Jesse Jackson is not a man, he's a slave. T.D. Jakes is not a man, she's a slave. Cornell.
Yo, wait a minute. This video was 16 years ago, and he said she was a slave. He said T.D. Jakes, and he said she.
This is 16 years
This
old?
is 16 years ago.
Wow. Well, remember, it was alleged that there were some allegations years and years ago.
She.
Wow.
West is not a man, he's a slave. And then you have people like Maya Angelou and Toni Morrison say to you that the first black president was William Jefferson Clinton, even though he's a white man. The slave mentality in the dreadlock wearing Toni Morrison and the dreadlock wearing Maya Angelou wearing their dreadlock, yet calling the white Bill Clinton a black president. Slave mentality. They're slaves. And needs to stop. And you need to hear the truth. Now you let another slave, Barack Obama, vote. You voted for him, sold your soul to the devil for him. Well, I'm here to deliver the truth. First of all, black people need to repent. And need to stand up in mass and say, thank God for the white America. Thank God that he's allowed you, even in slavery, you're brought here. You got a great chance to live in the greatest nation on the planet. You need to start there. And you did not call me an Uncle Tom.
And you know what?
Wow.
Although that's a hard reality and a hard pill to swallow, it's a true pill, and that sucks on two breaths. On one end, you thanking for being a slave, which you know how horrible that was. But on the other end, I don't think black people would have came here like we did. I don't think leaving Africa would have been the normal regime to people saying, man, you're not an African, like
Right.
I want to start my new life. I'm going to start my new life on the land.
Right.
I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
So that is a hard pill. Very interesting. Uncomfortable,
Wow.
but it's a pill to swallow.
Yeah.
Or an Uncle Ruckus or a porch monkey, because I'm telling you the truth. You're never going to get anywhere until you start praising God for being here in America. Oh, well, otherwise we'll send you down to Haiti. We'll send you over there to Zimbabwe that used to be Rhodesia, which used to be a great nation. Or send you over there to South Africa. Or to Rwanda or Uganda with Idi Amin. Or Monrovia with Master Sergeant Doe. Stop this foolishness. Black people killing one another. You need to thank God. And you need to open your minds to the truth. And I'm going to tell it.
Well.
Yo. That was tough. That was a hard pill of truth.
That
Yo.
was like,
Yo.
wow.
I think he is pastor or something, because I saw it. I think he is pastor or something.
I mean, what you had to say about that?
Yo, I mean, there's no coming back from that. It's like, if black people couldn't stand, like the woke black people we always be talking about, they couldn't watch 2 seconds of that, because when you have to accept reality, it makes you very angry. That means you accept the truth. And I remember, like I told you, I said, for my community of people, not my class, correction, y'all need to understand that, class. But for my community of people, the truth will get you hurt. A lie will give you praise. So he just gave the truth.
Yeah.
And anybody who's not willing to hear the truth could never hear it.
No.
The same people, to me, that will go against and fight against that will be the same ones that will that worship their ancestors. That's why every time I think of that, people that go against the truth like that, they're open to all kind of stuff spiritually.
Good.
My horoscope and Jesus and my crystals and my tarot card. I'm just tying it back spiritually, because he said what people didn't understand, he said the witch doctors are the main ones that sold the black people into slavery.
I
But
can
whatever the whatever the Europeans were offering weapons.
I didn't know it was the
medicine.
witch doctors. I just thought they were
Just
you
the
know,
kings. I thought it was just kings,
Yeah,
but
the
apparently
kings.
it was way more than that, because look how many slaves there were. There was a lot. So and black people really want to say, and look at even Wakanda, colonizer. You know, we stuck on the mindset that white people just plummeted and took over Africa
Right.
and got us all like it wasn't nothing. No malaria, no getting killed no getting unalived by the tribes.
Right.
Just took over and got us out of there and brought us here and just did us badly. It's a whole lie.
Well, I mean, it's a hard pill to swallow, but it's also truth that we've known. It's just when you hear somebody put it, it's blatant.
It's blatant. It's tough.
It's that.
It's tough.
Like, wow. And there it is.
That's tough.
There it is. What can you say? But I mean, if you do the research, that's one of the first things that you learn is that black people weren't captured. They were sold by, and I just, like I said, thought it was the kings or the other people who were in leaders
Apparently it was
there. But according to what he's saying, it's like, wow, that's just like interesting.
and funny how most of the black people now, big majority of black people now praising their ancestors, but your ancestors sold your ass.
But I will say, when he talked about the mindset
of the black people, yeah.
does that come from Africa and what they was doing in Africa? And what they was doing in Africa, rather?
Then you have to actually ask the question: why do black people make such good slaves? What's the mindset of a black person?
He kind of touched on it a little, but he didn't go in depth. You know.
It's a whole way of thinking.
Well,
That
he said
person-
dependency.
Yeah, I feel like, Joe, I'll be honest with you, 100% real with you. I think that the poor mindsets that some of us brought from Africa are the same poor mindsets that you see them walking around.
Cool.
And it has nothing to do with the white man's slave. It's just a poor mindset, and it could be a lineage of your family and generations were tied back to some of those kind of slaves. Then you have class people that might have families sold as slaves, but then, you know, they might have broke the generations. But most of these ones you see about with all this ignorant Negro colored stuff is coming from, I feel like that comes from origin of these slaves that were sold from these witch doctors and these kings.
Wow.
You always been poverty minded from the Genesis.
That's
Not us, I'm saying not all black people, but the ones that you're seeing that's ignorant, and they have a lineage of family that's ignorant. I believe those people go back to the genesis of ignorance. They the one in cages, even in Africa, through the tribe.
Well, it truly is. If it's not changed, it truly does go from generation to generation until it's stopped. Just like generational curses, it just will continue and continue until an individual wakes up and says they want to take control of their life. They want to make changes. It doesn't have to be this way. In 2025, you have more opportunities than you ever have. Thank God that He allowed you to live during this time.
Ooh, praise God.
We don't even
Slave or
think
not,
about
thank God to be here.
We don't even think that we could have been alive during that time.
Think about it if we'd been, and people be like, oh, people want to live in America. I'm not, no disrespect to my Haitian people or any other country,